Hi guys, greetings to you all. I hope right now you are somehow feeling better and getting out of that bad mood our team kept us in yesterday. This is your match reaction video on the Stratford Africa channel, and in this video you shall be discussing the game and some of the post-match comments that came from the players and former players of Manchester United. And we shall look at the general situation and the general ordeal of Manchester United fans. Right now, it's not a great time to be a Man United fan. We are the laughing stock of the world. If I open my messages for you right now to read, you will think, how have I managed to survive such laughing at and trolling from my friends? But it is what it is. This is the team we've chosen, and we are hoping that things will get better. So as usual, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Smash a like on the video, and let's get into this. So if you watch my match preview, all the things that I said were going to happen, about 50% of them happened. You understand? I really said this is Ralph Rangnick's first game against a top opponent, so I am a bit confused. I don't know how he's going to approach the game. And looking at the way he talks about football, I don't see him come across as a very defensive-minded coach. So I was really afraid that he won't sit back and he will like to go toe-to-toe with Man City. And in that situation, you are going to require our players to come up and put up about over 100% effort. Because already, if you put up 100% effort against Man City, your 100% effort is not going to be enough. They will have more of the ball and you will be chasing shadows all game. So your work rate and your work effort has to be up there. But what did we see? The guys once again turned up and they matched the intensity of Man City in the first half, and the second half they bottled it. You understand? If you really analyze the game, the first half was not that good, but it was 100% much better than the second half. You understand? As McTominay said, we really kept the ball a bit better in the first half, and we controlled the possession, and I think we got ourselves into some better positions. But in the second half, I don't know what happened in the dressing room of Man City, and then I think Guardiola told them to up their intensity, to up their aggression, and this is how Manchester United always fall short. When their opponents up their game, they are found wanting. You understand? So in the second half, they came up and they were just shit. Man City took the ball and they played us the whole 45 minutes of the second half. And as a top team like Man United, you can't play like that. You understand? And I think in the first half, even though we did play well, but our defending was shit. The way we defended those situations that led to Man City's 2 goals were bad. Particularly in the second goal, De Bruyne's second goal. How on earth? I don't know what Maguire was thinking there, because we lost the ball and we couldn't deal with their transition. That was okay. It led to a chance that DJ saved. The moment DJ saved the ball back, it was just coming towards Maguire. Instead of Maguire kicking the ball out for safety first, he decided to dummy it. He opened his legs and allowed the ball pass so that he can turn onto the ball. Bear in mind that Maguire used about 1 year to turn. If he wants to turn, it will take him about a year for him to turn. But he's not aware of that. He's slow. He doesn't know he's slow. And some of his decision making around our box and his defending in general this season has been shit. So I really think that second goal, Maguire cost us that goal, even though we lost the ball prior to that. But that situation led to a chance that DJ saved. So we should have capitalized on that situation and play the ball out for a corner kick or a throw-in, so that we can reorganize ourselves and defend. But Maguire chose to be Paolo Maldini or some Sergio Ramos that he's not. Trying like dummying the ball like that in your box, not knowing what is behind you, is just utter stupid. You understand? And this guy is our captain. He keeps on making the starting 11 week in, week out. And people wonder why the whole team is performing badly. Because if the leader, the one who is supposed to lead you out to play football, always costs you a goal or two in every single game you play, how do you expect the others to respond? Because we are supposed to be the leader, to be shouting on people, to putting them on at their right places, to allow them play well. And here's the case: you are the one who's always culpable of the mistakes. But then we signed him for 80 million pounds, and we foolishly gave him our captain's armband. And on top of that, we can't seem to be able to drop him. Week in, week out, he keeps making our starting 11. And whenever he plays, there is a chance that he will cost us a goal or two. So I think Maguire really let us down there, and we went into halftime trailing 2-1 behind. And that was not still a bad situation. We were still in the game, because playing with Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, going into halftime 2-1, we are still in the game. If you come out second half and you play well, you keep your shape, you can still nick a goal to take the game to a draw or even win it. But we came out second half and we gave up. I don't know whether it was an intensity issue, it's a fitness issue. This team doesn't seem to be able to play a complete 90-minute game. And this has been present for some time now. They are only consistent in bad things. They can't do good things consistently. Bruno was all over the place, and to just finish it all off, Rangnick's substitutions just killed us. The moment he took Rashford and he took Elanga and Pogba off, even the little gameplay we were doing, it all went sour. And from that moment up till the end of the game, it was Man City all over the place. I really think they could have scored more, and they pitied us along the line. So Rangnick's substitution was bad. He shouldn't have taken Pogba off, because even though Pogba was not particularly playing well, but I think all of the transitions and the counter attacks that we had, it was coming from him. His brilliant switches of plays were giving us a chance. And Elanga too was very direct. He was good. He was causing the City defense a lot of trouble, even though his final output was not the best. But the moment those two went off, we lost all of that. When he brought on Lingard, I don't think Lingard even touched the ball all the time he was on the pitch. And Rashford came on, and he kept always taking the ball to traffic. Whenever he had the ball, he wouldn't drive it towards where there is help. He will be driving it towards where there are about 5 or 6 Man City players, and then he will get crowded and he will lose the ball. He's been shit this season, and he doesn't deserve to even be in our starting lineup. And today he has come out through Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio has tweeted that he's seeking clarification from Man United about his future, because he's not happy about his situation. He hasn't been getting enough playing time of late. And I'm sitting here thinking, what? So this guy thinks he deserves to play. Instead of you sitting up, working hard, try to gain your form back, you are seeking clarification about your future. So this is where Manchester United is. Our players are shit, and they think they deserve more than they get. This is why they turn up, and every single team they play against, play them off the park, because they think everything should be kept on the silver platter for them. And in modern football, you don't get things like that. You have to deserve to beat a team to be able to beat that team. So when you lose form, your focus should be on your hard work. Get some video analysts to help you. Review your games. See the bad decisions you are making and where you need to improve. Stop shooting from silly angles. Stop driving the ball into traffic, and play the game as a team player. Do these basic things right, and you will see that your game will keep improving. But instead you will do that, and you are going about asking for clarification for your future. You can fuck off and go and play for whoever you want to play for, because you haven't been good enough lately. You haven't been even 30% of the player you used to be. So get to work and get back to to your old self. You don't deserve shit here. If you are not playing well, you will be dropped. You don't even deserve to come on as a sub right now. So get back to work and analyze yourself, man. You don't deserve anything at this football club, unless of course this football club has been run badly. You wouldn't have been here. You understand? You even get into a Leicester City's team, not to talk of the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, or City, with this form, and then you think you deserve to be playing week in, week out. You see, because he's playing badly and he's not being getting picked. He see Maguire also playing badly, Luke Shaw playing badly week in, week out, but those guys kept on being picked. So he thinks he also deserves to be picked. So it is mediocrity all over the place at Manchester United. Nobody wants to be held accountable for his form or his actions. And the club in general, they don't seem to see a way out of this mess, because all that they have tried haven't worked. And that is because they have ignored the core of the problem, and they keep trying to solve the branches of the problem. And if you cut the branches and leave the stem, new branches will grow on with those same problems. You understand? So Man United, our board, our owners, they are our problem. The moment they realize that this is a football club and start running it as one, you will never get back to where we were. I bet you, if you ask me to bet on Man United and Newcastle, I bet you that Newcastle will win the league than Man United. They will be the team to win the league the earliest than Man United, because with this, their new owners, with this amount of money they have now, with the way the type of investment they've started doing, and with how Man United has been retrogressing, I bet you Newcastle will win the league before we do, if you don't change our ways. You understand? And McTominay came out after the game. He said the right things, even though he was trying to blame other players, but I think he was part of the problem. But what he said perfectly what is wrong with Man United. He said Man United always like to do the riskier balls. That's why we are unable to keep the ball and maintain pressure. We are always playing fancy balls. We are always playing the killer pass. And this, he's talking about the likes of Bruno and Rashford Debs. They won't play as a team player. You understand? But he said City are a good team because they keep the ball simple and they play the simple passes. Pass and move, pass and move. If they need to recycle the ball all back to their half, they will do it and start the attack all over again. They are not in a rush. But United, whenever we have the ball, there's too much hastiness in our players. And he said because we don't play simple passes, that's why we are a shit team. And I think that is where he comes into the picture. The simple passes he's talking about, he's the problem there. He's unable to play those simple passes to help us progress the ball. You understand? So from our midfield all the way to our attack is just shit. So we need a very 80% overhaul of that squad in order for us to be back playing well. In order for us to be back competing and challenging for honors. You understand? So this team has a bunch of, prideless and shameless players. They don't have any single iota of pride in them. Because if you have pride in you, you won't turn up every game against your top opponent and get outplayed like they do. In over 2 games, we've conceded 6 goals against Man City. Likewise, Liverpool scored 5 against us at Old Trafford. And these are the teams we are trying to catch, man. And these teams are going around signing players like Luis Diaz them to boost their ranks. But what do? We keep giving contracts to the likes of Mata, the likes of Phil Jones them. These are players who are sitting on our bench. Man United is just a shambles. We don't have technically good players enough. The moment we pressure a Man United player, he will give the ball away. You can't take the ball and pass it 5 times and still keep it. The moment we try to pass the ball, the first pass, the second pass, the third pass, is either a wrong pass or we just play it out of play. And then we want to win football matches. So this is not how football matches are won. Look at all the other our rivals. Look at how they are run. Look at the football structures that exist there. And look at the type of players they sign. They've emphasized on the technical aspect of the game, while Man United is still dwelling on the physical and the mental aspect of the game. Even though those aspects too are more important, but if you don't have players with technical ability, no matter how physical they are, they will still get outplayed by every single team. You understand? So let me know your thoughts about the game and all that is happening around Man United. I know the mood in the fan base right now is very down, and we are all bowing our heads in shame, except our players who doesn't care. They don't care what is going on, and I don't know how long it will take the board to realize that and clear all of these players out. There's too much not good enough players for us in our team. You can do with 2 or 3 players not being good enough, but when you have 80% of your starting 11 not being good enough, this is what will happen to you. Now we are out of the top 4, and Arsenal are now 4th with 3 games in hand. Even though those games are difficult games for them to win, but the way we are playing, I don't think we will make top 4. And for us to be back in the Europa League is just what baffles my mind, man. It's too difficult to accept. I just wish these players had some dignity. They had some pride in them to just turn up and salvage the situation. But it's been complaints and long list of apologies on social media week in, week out. You understand? And which is not good enough. And I just hope this summer the club will right their wrongs right now, because it's becoming tiring now for us to keep on sitting here complaining. You understand? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section and subscribe if you haven't. Until we meet again next time, this has been my match reaction to the derby game. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 4. This is just embarrassing, and I think the earlier I stop talking about this and move on, the better it will be for my mental health and all of you. So please stay safe out there and let's stick together. As I've always been saying, I believe there will be better times for us. Is when is the picture. I mean, it's the question. I don't know. I don't trust this board to make those right decisions now. So let's hope and see what will happen. See you soon. Bye bye.